Hi you guys, it's me Clarissica here on Clarissica Says, where Clarissica says it all and that is how I feel. So, this video today is for all of you parents, of course, African American, black, colored, Africa based, people, or up origin people, people of Anunnaki background, people of, just royalty, kings and queens out there, my people. Indians, Native American, American natives, all of you people, minorities. You were also included into this video. However, this is towards my race, but you are also included into this video because this is overall an issue that I've been seeing. So, for all you parents that are out there spending your money on these Jordans, and I will put the link on the bottom from the person that got me on this topic, but I was talking about it was just so hilarious how I was just talking about this topic, and then Hurricane Chris comes out with this video talking about how black parents are spending money on Jordans, and it really is truly setting their child up for failure. And once I saw that, I was like I said, just talking about this topic as usual. Clarissica says how she feels, so it was just coincidence that I said I'm gonna do the video on what I was already talking about, which is why I included minorities of all races that are minorities. Anything that's not of the Caucasian origin, you're a minority. So the point was, Hurricane Chris did a video, was basically telling our race that buying these $100 pairs of shoes or $200 pairs of shoes isn't helping out our race or our society or just us in general. It's not helping us out. It really isn't. Think about it. You have this kid who's buying all these, parent who's buying all these shoes for their kid. It doesn't change the fact that you still don't have enough money to put them up in the society. The difference between our race and other races, and not everybody in our culture, not everybody in our race, is that the other race, Caucasians, white, whatever you want to call it, they have cheat codes in the society. Most people come out with parents that have a wonderful job or a good job. Most people come out with something to their name, like some kind of residual income, resource, house, car, something nature that they bought, not something they financed, something they bought. A stipend, an investment, CD accounts, college fund, money for the college fund, just this cheat codes. There's plenty of cheat codes that we don't have. And parents sees and notice that, okay, I have all these other kids around my children that are other races, like Caucasian, and, I don't want for them to feel lesser. So let me go and buy them some Jordans. If you guys, and I'm quoting Hurricane Kids, and I believe him, if you guys do not have over $50,000 in your account just to blow, put up, do whatever you want to do with it, and still have money left over, you should not be buying no Jordan. Jordans are already rich. If you guys do not know the history behind Jordan, Jordan was for our community, to bring our community, lift our community up and get support from him and his brand that he has through Nike. However, all of that changed when he became rich and got all the money from having Jordans and everything else that he did in the society. So now you guys are just feeding him currency. You're just feeding him your energy, and it's not helping you and your child out, or the other parents that invest that are minorities with their kids. They're not helping them out by trying to make them look like something they're not. And truthfully, the richest people that I know don't even focus on Jordans, Michael Kors purses, or any of that. Gucci belts, Gucci shoes. They ain't focusing. They focus on their mind, because knowledge is key. And if you parents spent more time thinking about the knowledge and finding intellectual things to talk about with your kids, minorities and blacks included, and think about things to talk about and educate and topics, and turn off the TV, like turn off social media, get into what's going on to the real world, like real world topics, like things that you see in my videos. Check my videos out, please. There's a lot of things that talk about that are real life topics that our youth should be educated on, and you as a parent also should be educated and notified on as well. They're making, well, not even that. You as a parent should be able to step up and see that this world is making our youth and people coming up and young adults into mush, cotton candy brain, by sitting in front of the TV with no true direction. And it's sad to say, but for our race, and not everybody, again, I'm excluding everybody, but I'm saying for our race specifically, the TV is raising our kids. The people on social media are raising our kids. That's what they see. People want Jordans because they see people with the riches and the fame with Jordans on their feet. People want Gucci because they see people with the riches and the fame with a Gucci belt. But then again, your family is not don't have Gucci belt money. Like, it's not, your family doesn't have the uphold the status of being able to even carry these items and wear these items and uphold the energy that comes with it. Which goes back to the statement, if you only got $50,000 in your account or more, don't be wasting your money on clothes. Forget Jordans as a topic. Jordans, just clothes in general, clothes and shoes and material objects that means nothing to your child's education, nothing to your child's reality, nothing to them futuristically. Because all you're doing futuristically is setting them up to be financially in debt. Indebted to this world financially and mentally. Now I have to get this new iPhone 5, or I have to get this new iPhone 8, I have to get this new iPhone X, I have to get this new pair of Jordans, I have to get this new MK purse for females and males. I have to get this new pair of shoes because Nicki Minaj was wearing these shoes, these Louis Vuittons or Louis Vuittons, red bottles. I have to purchase because they are showing this to our society to go and actually follow. We are not leaders. A lot of people are not leaders. A lot of people are followers. In the Bible it says, be meek like a sheep. A sheep follows a shepherd. So there's a big population of people, a big controller that is saying, okay, do this to the masses, and they will follow. And what we do, we follow. We conform to everything that they tell us, and we just do. We don't think, we don't use our pineal gland or our third eye, we just do. We're made to do like robots and like drones. We have no true sense of reality anymore. No one thinks critically anymore. And this video, I hope that people really do pass it along, because it's a damn shame for our race to be so successful mentally but not tap in to what the true roots that we have in our success, in our brain, in our pineal gland, to push us where we need to go. Instead, what we're doing is following this world and buying into Jordans, like I said, buying into MK purses, buying into all this stuff that has nothing to do with being successful. Okay, fine. I'm not saying don't purchase the things. No, okay, fine. Find them, purchase them. But when you're going on a tangent and you have to get this new pair of shoes, you have to get this new MK Michael Kors purse, you have to get these new pair of Louis Vuittons, you have to get this new phone, you have to get this new computer, you have to get all this new you have to get the Mercedes Benz for you parents out there that want to show off as if you got the money when you really don't. I have to get this car because they're going to give it to me and finance it, which is another thing. Stop buying these material objects that you can't truly afford. Who are you guys showing off for? Like, who are you trying to show off to? If we focus more on buying things with cash or putting it aside where you can actually pay for it, we will have more as a race. If we focus on, okay, if you have to actually finance something, okay, I'm financing this, but even though I make this amount of money, I still am not feeling at all this money I just put out to just finance this item. So for instance, if you bring in 100 grand, just because 100 grand is a lucky number. It used to be 80, but now in 2017, it's 100 grand. So if you bring in 100 grand, best believe you really need to bring in 130 grand, because out of that 100 grand that you have, 30% of it, most likely not 30 of it is going to tax. So you're not really seeing 100 grand. You're seeing about 70 grand after tax. So start there. So the point of me saying is that live within your means. If your bills, if you have $1,000 to spend after you get paid, you can't allocate all your bills to that $1,000. You can't live like, we cannot live like this anymore. And yes, I know I started out with little kids, but this video is family friendly video, which means there are things that are key points for all stages of life. If you are a child, this is here for you. For you parents, this is here for you. For you mothers and you fathers, this is here for you to help our race get to where we need to be. And it's starting with you parents. Stop buying this stupid stuff for these kids. If they have already 10 pairs of shoes, and out of those 10 pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of them are black, 4 pairs of them are white or black, and including the other 2 that's left over are freaking, or 3 that's left over, 2 or 3, whatever left over, are freaking different colors. Why do they need another 10 pairs of shoes? And the thing about it is, I'm so confused at the point that my math isn't even correct. Because 10, and then I said 3, and then I said 6, so that left me leaving 1. So technically, 1 pair of shoes is a different color. But y'all get the point. The point is, all this shit for no reason that you don't need, that you can't even count, which is the point I was making. You can't even count how much of stuff that you have, that you don't need anything else just to make someone else richer. He's not helping out your life. Michael Kors not sending you any money. Neither is Jordan or any other person that you're supporting by wasting your funds on them. Instead, you could be giving your child the opportunities to maybe go to, I don't know, a piano lesson, maybe going to look up things as to how they can make money online, maybe going into looking at webinars that would tell the kids how to actually create money. You don't have to work for someone all the time. You do need to work for someone to get a standpoint, because no one just has it. But if you have it, then do properly with it, and you can create your child a way to actually physically understand the worth of money. That's another video. Our race needs to understand money. They make it very hard for us to understand money. Why? Because parents go to work, they see their kids, they feel bad that their kids is not like another parent, don't have the certain things that they need, or aren't a certain status of rich or financially free in this reality, and we should be closer, so they feel guilty and give these people, these kids, these items, so therefore they feel in to society. Stop trying to fit into this damn society. This society don't care not a damn thing about you. Stop trying to fit into this society. Do you, do how you are. The richest people wear the same exact pairs of shoes. When I tell you, I seen KlarissicaSays since on, he had a white pair of long socks on and a white pair of Toms. Literally a couple days later, the same exact shoe that he had on, he got beat up. Well, he didn't get beat up. He didn't get beat up by the Migos, but he got jumped by the Migos goons. The point is, there goes a millionaire for you. At least I know for a fact, more than a multi-thousand, over the 100,000, over 200,000. He's in the millions and wearing the same exact pair of shoes. How many clips do you see or pictures do you see of Bill Gates wearing the same kind of like frumpy, old school, like little button down shirts and a pair of pants and a pair of little shoes? They do not care about this stuff. They're making us care about it so they get richer and we get poorer. And the thing is, our race need to understand, and minorities, I know I said minorities, back to the black race and culture, and minorities are included to this as well, but specifically to this culture, y'all have to get it. We were the ones they chose to be under. We were the ones they chose as slaves. There has to be someone lower, and there has to be someone at the top in the competition or in a game. And they wanted us to be the one at the very bottom, which is why we are at the bottom. Not everybody in the race, because I'm not in the bottom. But I've been through the stages to get to where I'm at, and I started from the bottom. You know the song, start from the bottom. I ain't there yet, I'll be there. But start from the bottom and I would get there, and I make myself towards it. We gotta stop blaming people, because the thing is, they've been blaming and they've been blamed and nothing changed. So start taking responsibility for yourself and your life, especially for the parents that are watching these videos. Start taking responsibility for your life and your kids' life and make a difference. We make a change that starts with you. It starts at the home, not the school. The school is teaching your kids to be a slave. The school is teaching your kids to come out of school and not know and understand anything about finances, which is going to make your child a slave and poor in the society. The school is teaching your kids to look at this material stuff like Jordans, like Michael Kors, like Louis Vuitton, like Gucci belts that they do not need to worry about, instead of literally finding ways to be mentally free and mentally, financially free. They're teaching your kids to be a slave, work with someone else, and let's be honest, you're not going to gain any knowledge. You're not going to be the richest person in the world working for someone else. The problem is, in 2017, which goes back to economics, is that every company, most companies that were out there that were separate, divided companies, have now been bought out by a big corporation. So where are all the companies? Where are all the revenue, residual income, and flourishing through the economy? There isn't really any at all, which is why we have the issue, because there's not there many companies or companies being built up, or owners that are having companies that are successful to be able to thrive the economy. There was a point in time where there was companies all over, small companies all over, and we got to get it back, America. We have to. Now, for everybody, we have to get that back. Otherwise, we're screwed. They're going to, our corporation is going to turn into the government, and government is going to allocate everything, and we're going to be, everybody, white, black included, minorities, everybody, will be all slaves, which is what's going on currently. So, back to this point, if you're going to be something, understand what you are and emancipate your mind from this mental slavery. Understand what you're doing in the society, but know that you have a different path. Know that you have a different opportunity, a different crossroad to cross to get you to be something else. And stop benevoling and belittling and bringing our race down by purchasing these stupid material objects that we do not need in this society. Focus on giving your kid mental knowledge. I'm not saying nothing wrong with education. Okay, you want to go to college, whatever. But you need to have a certain mindset. The richest person can also become the poorest. Why? Because of your mindset. I now have been poor, and I go to be rich, and most likely than not, this is a good example. If you guys don't believe me, look this up. For all the people that have won the lotto, everybody doesn't go broke, but a great percentage of the people that wins the lotto go broke. Why? Because of what I just said just now. It's the mindset. If you have a poor mindset, you're not going to go nowhere. And it is proven. It's proven a fact, factually proven, that people that win the lotto, they normally are broke. They normally are poor. I don't want to say broke. Normally have less funds allocated to them throughout their life, and they get all this money and they lose it. They don't have anything to their name besides a couple of items which are material, and they're still basically back in the same situation that they're in. So parents, wake up. Kids, wake up. Youth, wake up. Young adults, wake up. Family, friends, kings, queens, everybody. Not just, black or minority. Everybody, wake up. If you have a poor mentality, wake that shit up, because it's not just us that go and purchase these things. Of course not. But there are people that are lesser in this economy, that have less money, that do experience and put their time into these stuff that's irrelevant. So please try to find things that are relevant. If you want to check out Hurricane Chris's actual video, I will tag this below in my video. And please share this video like always. Subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Let me know how y'all feel below. And one more thing. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, follow me on KlarissicaSays, KlarissicaSays. I'll see you there. Don't forget to subscribe. Deuces.